This is all the way.
Yeah, since the one last.
The smoke is that out the top there, so that's where they have that.
So cool. Wow. So cool.
Yeah.
No, they
Go.
Yucca.
So it was those guys right there?
Right, yes, sir. That's yucca. And so basically, what you do what they would cut the leaves at the base of the plant, and then they would take a sharp stone and scrape off all the green part. So see, this is all the green part's been scraped off, and what you end up having inside the yucca leaf are all these incredible threads that are inside the leaf, but there's a lot of work to get to it, to that point. So the Powhatan boys and girls would really learn at a young age how to identify plants that are going to be good for them to use for whatever they needed to do, and they're going to know what those plants are. Your parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles are going to teach you basically about how to work those materials so that they work for you.
That's nice.
That's interesting.
So now you know when you're out and about and you get caught and you need some speed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No.
Yeah, yeah. If you get there also, that'd be ideal.
I'm gonna take a picture of you. Let's go. Come on. Did they already go?
These two got the down there. Oh, I totally wasn't taking a nap. Okay.
Yes.
Pretty.
If you're ready to go in,
This is a church, Nicholas, back in the day.
but I saw it.
There's a church here. She took a picture of what it said.
You want some pretzel?
Oh, yes, sure, why not?
Yeah, for real. So there's all these notches where the ropes, where the other, where
God the Father Almighty.
thou shalt not.
Excuse me.
Every year when the English show up. So they know stuff about fighting Indians and establishing colonies. They've got the art of armoring yourself against Indians down with.
So any of this armor is Spanish?
No, it's all English. Might be some Italian stuff, might be some German, but the Spanish really don't make any armor. Do me a favor, guys, make sure the kids don't run through the exhibits. Thank you. Other groups are always, when kids see one group of kids running around, they suddenly go, oh, it's recess time. Everyone starts running. And then they start shouting. And then they don't stay with their chaperones. And that's when we get 20 kids in this building snatching at presumably loaded firearms.
And nowadays you say to them, no running for the exhibits?
Yep, that's the rule. But anyway, what I'm working on at the moment is a form of armor.
Mom, look at the way home.
No running for the exhibit.
Hey. That's right. And look, our tool that's broken.
Oh, look at these.
Wait, 113.
Yeah.
115.
It's so cute, man.
But yeah, and, if you're Mr. With or or someone in Williamsburg, let's say next century, double and triple refined white sugar.
Yeah.
The rest of it's molasses that you're making rum from.
Yeah. Interesting.
We're not there yet, folks. Not there yet. There's no coffee on this side of the world either. Ottoman Empire controls the coffee, folks.
Thank you.
Oh, look at this.
That's very
Hello,
interesting.
folks.
Hello.
Oh, it smells so good in here.
Yeah.
Yes, we do some sort of cooking on a regular basis,
Oh,
folks.
that's nice.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
want a fire.
And as it stands right now, we can do almost every cooking technique you can do at home
Oh, wow.
in this period. The only cooking,
good. Can we taste it?
unfortunately, I failed the health inspection.
Oh,
But ma'am,
Oh, no.
if you worked here or if you were one of our volunteers, you could do as much research on the food as you want.
research.
Nice.
Especially if I'm
There's a
working.
guy over there.
I just want to do some research one day.
Works here.
Yes.
Especially with the cookbooks on the period. Cookbooks are around in this time.
Oh,
Nice.
These cookbooks, the recipes are not written like a modern recipe. They assume you know what you're doing.
oh, okay, okay.
I don't have to tell you, what heat level to bake a cake in. You know
Correct.
that.
Correct.
Thermometers are around, but as far as it being applied to cooking, that's going into the late 1800s. It may say something like, bake in a moderate oven until it's done. Add some spice. So I may have to work through these recipes a couple of times, and the language is used differently for me to kind of get it to come out just so. And that's where my colleagues will come in and research the recipe, the dish I did.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you might want to cut back on this. Hey, you might want to add more of this.
Here, come here.
I just
You
want to
make
do.
cakes as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I just want to do some
Leather.
leather.
How's it going?
Good.
Right now, I'm
Good.
mostly cutting a piece of leather for my my cup here,
Cup?
because I want to make sure some of the bits that are falling from the trees
Okay.
I'm drinking too much of, and the piece of wool that I've got covering it is a little too light, and the wind is also just blowing that away. So there we go.
Where'd you
Just a
get
little
this?
weight.
Done.
Where did you get this leather?
So that is going to be a little bit challenging. So this particular stuff, that's cowhide.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen a whole lot of cattle?
Don't touch.
I've not
Don't
seen
touch.
that.
No, they won't bring them for a while because cattle like pasture land. They like wide open areas filled with grass. And when they first arrive in Virginia, it's mostly virgin forest. Cattle don't do well. Hogs, goats, chickens, they're better at finding their own. So those all come. Over here, but for any of this, that has to be shipped over from England. They don't have any source of cowhide here in Virginia. They will, however, trade for some of this stuff. If you'd like to feel that, it's really soft. That's deer hide. So that's deer skin, and it's been tanned using the brain of the animal, which makes it that really nice, soft skin. That's what the palatain is. So this is a pair of moccasins that I've got here as an example. Let's see, leggings, aprons are one of the more common.
And it's all done from this.
Yep,
Wow, that's awesome.
nice soft. Almost has a feel of flannel. How soft that can get.
Ooh, I'm gonna take it.
Today I've been working on essentially a 17th century backpack. It's what's called a knapsack. It's a canvas tube. So I'm sewing up the center seam of that, and then I'm gonna tie off one end, and the other end I'm gonna use the drawstring so I can open and close it at will, and it'll have a shoulder strap, which I'm gonna make out of some of the wool there, so I can just sling it over my shoulder. And I'll have my nice knapsack. So fantastic bag. I used to have one, but at this point it's more patch than it is original canvas. So I figured it's time to finally retire that one and swap to a new one. So I made it.
Perfect. Looks like a lot of work.
Sorry.
Shot, the surgeon would use a probe to find the bullet, and then a pair of forceps to reach in and extract it. If the bullet gets lodged in bone, a terabellum is used to bore a hole into the bullet and pull it out of the bone. They look brutal, but they did save lives.
Any other equipment?
Okay, so you have a scalpel. It's used for making precise cuts in the skin. Trephine is used to bore a hole into the skull to relieve a subdural hematoma. A fleam is used to make an incision so you can draw blood. Cauteries are used to apply heat to a wound and stop bleeding rapidly. A splint is used to bind up a fracture. Cupping glasses are for treatment of boils, buboes, cysts, and also for drawing blood. You have dental instruments like a set of tooth extractors. A cranial saw is used to remove fragments of bone from a cracked skull and to pry the skull back into place. You have a urinary catheter, you have an enema, and you have instruments for amputation. So a knife for cutting through skin, knives to cut muscles and sever tendons and ligaments, a ligature to clamp severed blood vessels so they can be tied off, and a saw to cut through the bone. And then you have a chisel for the amputation of fingers and toes.
All right there in the little box.
And these even aren't all the ones they would use. These are just ones we have reproduction of.
And pain medication?
It's most commonly laudanum. Laudanum is a distillation of opium, so it functions like morphine. Sometimes they would use mandrake, which is inhaled, and it has a hallucinogenic effect. For less severe pain, you can use willow bark, which has properties like aspirin. But in Virginia, you only have as much medicine here as you can bring.
Right. Wow. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Just in case. Never know. Relax, coming into my house. Hi.
Wait for me. I'm recording. It's gonna take a while.